There were more twists and turns on the road to Wembley this past Sunday as Revolution Pro Wrestling returned to South Yorkshire for Live in Sheffield 26. The undisputed British Cruiserweight champion El Capitan, flanked by top tier Josh Holly and James Ellis for our opener in Sheffield, which was six-man tag team action against Nino and his two brothers, Xander and Leland, collectively the Flying Bryants. Plenty of personal dislike between these two teams, and it showed as the match developed. And given the inherent chaos of a six-man tag team match, plenty of opportunity for cheating behind the referee's back, which Buzzard and Top Tier were to take full advantage of, including in the closing moments of the match, Ellis with a handful of tights getting a roll-up on Xander Bryant for the pinfall victory. But Xander clearly was infuriated by the circumstances of that defeat, launching a post-match assault against Ellis and hitting him with an arm breaker, which may have done exactly what its name suggests. James Ellis having to be seen by medical staff immediately after the contest with a possible broken arm at the hands of a livid Xander Bryant. Headed into Sheffield, there was a big question mark over the Young Guns 1 week before their scheduled rematch against Slater Dojo. Ethan Allen had suffered a knee injury the previous week in London, so it was a worrying sign to see him accompanying Luke Jacobs to the ring with Allen on crutches. That issue, though, would have to wait to be addressed because Jacobs was going to go one-on-one against his fellow Mancunian, Tom Thelwell. A real hard-hitting battle between Thelwell and Jacobs. Thelwell almost picking up the win with his rebound lariat the Mancunian way, but then Jacobs hit a lariat of his own, secured the tap-out victory. Another impressive win for the former undisputed British heavyweight and tag team champion. After the match, though, Ethan Allen grabbed a microphone to address the elephant in the room.
Fortunately, I ain't going to compete next week. Now, I had my MRI yesterday, and again, we're still unsure what's going on. I've been at physio all week trying to get to the bottom of what's going on, but we got a clue, so I'm hoping we get the results this week.
That announcement was enough to bring out the reigning tag team champions, Liam and Leon Slater, the Slater Dojo. And while Leon looked genuinely concerned for a man in Ethan Allen who has been one of his friends over the past couple of years, there was no such compassion from head coach Liam Slater.
It's not the first time it's happened. I don't think it's the second time. We on third or fourth time now. It's going to be a long, hard road back. Hey, I know you're going to be in Bradford, and I know you like to challenge us for these belts. And hey, Ethan, you could be in Bradford as well. You could challenge for these belts. But I just think, actually, you're a little bitch.
Oh my God. Oh, come on! What are you doing?
That means that we got pretty clear sailing all the way through Bradford, hometown, right through to Wembley. The road to Wembley is clear for the Slater Dojo. You think it's a clear way for you, huh? How about this? How about we do it right now, tonight? For these. Thankfully, I do not succumb to peer pressure, so the answer is still, I've had enough hearing you speak, bro.
Alright.
I mean, I don't know what your problem is. We're here in Yorkshire. The Slater Dojo's down the road. I'm feeling good. These boys are feeling good. Sheffield's feeling good. So you know what, Walcott Manders, you know what, Thomas Shire, you boys want a match for the British Undisputed Tag Team titles right here tonight? You got it.
What? As of late, there have been plenty of impressive debuts here in Revolution Pro Wrestling. There was another in Sheffield on Sunday as Lucy Sky made her first appearance in a RevPro ring, taking on the villainess Sky Smithson. Smithson, who as of late has appeared infatuated with the undisputed British women's champion Alexis Falcon, representing her the previous week in London against Alice Inc., was not accompanied by Falcon in Sheffield, so had to go it alone against Sky. And for the second week in a row, Smithson found herself getting knocked out, this time by a running knee strike from Lucy Sky. Sky picking up the win on her first ever match in Revolution Pro Wrestling. Up next, all the chaos, all the pandemonium of a Revolution tag match, this time with it added to by the fact that this was a wild card tag match. The competitors did not know who their partners and who their opponents would be until they came to the ring, and it resulted in some very unlikely bedfellows. The undisputed British heavyweight champion, Michael Oku, found himself teaming with Cameron Kai and HMD of Slater Dojo, with ruthless Will Caven, and with one of his all-time arch rivals, the centerpiece, David Francisco. They took on JJ Gale, Leon Cage, Robbie X, Jay Joshua, and Connor Mills. And controversy reigned right from near the beginning of this one. HMD getting himself into a confrontation at ringside with RPD of Odyssey Pro Wrestling, who had competed in May at Bash at the Bay. RPD on this occasion was in the audience, but after the provocation from HMD, got into the ring, threw HMD over the top rope, and under the rules where there are no disqualifications, that over the top rope elimination would stand HMD out of the Revolution tag team match. As the match continued, the eternal war between Michael Oku and Connor Mills continued to rage, but this would be a good night in that war for Michael Oku, partly because of a miscue between Connor Mills and one of his tag team partners, Leon Cage. After that miscue, Oku was able to throw Mills over the top rope to the floor, eliminating him from the Revolution tag match. Cage quickly had to regroup, went into battle against Cameron Kai. Cage got the better of that, but found himself being rolled up by Will Caven after another miscue, this time between Cage and Mills' tag team partner, Jay Joshua. After that, Cage was on the outside of the ring talking to Joshua, and off the back of that distraction, Joshua was also thrown over the top rope to the floor. Joshua apparently blaming Cage for that. Leon Cage having a rough night in Sheffield, getting on the wrong side of both Jay Joshua and Connor Mills. Meanwhile, inside the ring, we ended up with Michael Oku and David Francisco against Robbie X and JJ Gale. And after X was eliminated next, we were down to Oku and Francisco versus JJ Gale. 1 week ahead of their strap match at Summer Sizzler, Gale and Francisco started attacking each other with leather straps. Michael Oku was apparently content to sit back and watch them do that until Oku saw the opportune moment, throwing not just his opponent JJ Gale, but also his tag partner David Francisco over the top rope to the floor, sacrificing Francisco to make himself the sole survivor. Michael Oku winning the Revolution tag team match. Speaking of Summer Sizzler, Shah Samuels is due to compete against man like Darice in Bradford. Darice was not in Sheffield, but Samuels was, and chose to come to the ring mocking Darice, using Darice's own theme music and unleashing a freestyle rap of his own. Samuels then turned his attention to his one-on-one match against Isaac Murray of the Contenders. Murray gave a good account of himself, showing more and more maturity with every appearance inside a RevPro ring, but Samuels with the Butcher's Hook submission, securing the victory as he continues to try and prove a point that others less deserving than him, at least in his own eyes, are taking spots away from him on the road to Wembley. Next, a match that now was going to be for the undisputed British Tag Team Championships. The Cowboy Way challenging Slater Dojo. And the big question going into this one was, after their disagreement earlier in the afternoon, would Liam and Leon Slater be able to get on the same page in order to retain those tag team titles? The answer to that question for most of the match was yes. But in the critical moment, the answer was no. Leon Slater, working on a damaged left knee, nonetheless decided to climb to the top turnbuckle, looking to hit his trademark Swanton 450 splash. But as he climbed, Liam Slater tagged himself in, apparently having decided that Leon would not be able to hit the move. Leon hit the move anyway, and it looked to all the world like he would have retained those tag titles on behalf of the Slater Dojo, except for the fact that Liam Slater was now the legal man. Cowboy Way were able to capitalize on the confusion into a crucifix cover. 3 seconds later, we had new, undisputed British Tag Team Champions, Cowboy Way, taking the titles from the Slater Dojo. Leon Slater was furious after the match, shoving Liam down to the canvas. But before things could get any more heated, the confrontation was interrupted by British heavyweight champion Michael Oku.
Liam came up to me and he said, "Hey Michael, we need a favor. Not just the Slater Dojo, but Revolution Pro Wrestling needs a favor. How about next week it's Leon Slater actually competing for the one championship that he has never won in this promotion, and that is the undisputed British Heavyweight Championship."
Oh my God.
But I said, Liam, what's in it for me? And we've got it agreed with RevPro management that if I successfully defend this title, it will be my last defense until Wembley. So I want it just as much as I think you want it.
Your Honor.
And so to our main event, a rivalry of unmatched intensity to be settled in a 30-minute iron fist match between Kanji and Rio. The match will be won by whoever had the most falls at the conclusion of the 30-minute time limit, or if one or the other could secure a knockout at any point in the match. And it was with those stipulations in mind that Rio approached this one very strategically from the get-go. Just a minute or so into the contest, Kanji locked Rio into an armbar. Rio immediately tapped out, apparently to preserve herself for the rest of the match. Quickly then scored a spinning heel kick to equal things at 1 fall apiece. In the minutes that followed, though, Kanji secured 2 more submissions to go 3-1 up in falls. Rio battled back to 3-all and then took a 4-3 lead. Not only that, but it appeared that Kanji may have an injured shoulder. The medic was called in with about 3 minutes to go, but Kanji battled back to her feet, and with little more than 2 minutes on the clock, from absolutely nowhere, Kanji hitting the Kanji KO. The referee called it Kanji, the winner, via knockout, and it is Kanji who advances to the Women's Grand Prix July 25th in Wolverhampton. So a memorable afternoon and evening in Sheffield as we head into Bradford for Summer Sizzler this Saturday. Make sure you are with us for that. It is going to be one for the ages. In the meantime, I've been Dave Bradshaw, and this has been your RevPro Recap.